What's going on, guys? MMA Island team, we got the fight picks, and we are back with October 31st, Halloween, the UFC card, Anderson Silva's farewell. We're talking about Dustin Jacoby taking on Justin Ledet. And man, interesting fight. What is this one being held at? Middleweight? Or
205.
205. So just Dustin Jacoby, I guess, is moving up, and unless he fought his Dana White Contender Series at light heavyweight, who knows?
He did.
Like that, man, the site that I always look at, I'm not going to call them out, but it's like, I wish they put weight classes so then I could know how consistently they fight at the weight, but whatever. So at 205, one thing I want to mention that I just found out now is that Dustin Jacoby has a win over Andrew Sanchez, albeit split decision and not in the UFC and back in 2013, but a win over Andrew Sanchez. Pretty good, pretty cool. Also interesting is that out of the past two fights, obviously Dustin Jacoby we saw in Dana White Contender Series, not last month, it's October now, so 2 months ago. He also, before that, he had the Cody East fight in SCL, and then before that, Bellator. 2 finished losses in Bellator, and those were 4 years until he fought back in SCL, and then got the shot at Dana White Contender Series. So really cool having a 4-year layoff and then coming back and getting 2 wins now in the UFC against a kind of a pretty tough opponent to come out against Justin Ledet. And talking about Justin Ledet, 3 losses in a row. Not really good is what most people would think, but you look at the competition here. Alexander Rakic, one of the greatest in the division right now. Johnny Walker, one of the greatest in the division now. Alexa Kamer, formerly undefeated.
William Knight.
Really wish it was either win for Alexa Kamer in knockout or loss in knockout, because I bet money on that to happen, but it didn't happen. But yeah, William Knight gets the win over Alexa Kamer. So looking at these guys that Ledet has lost to, really can't put too much stock into it. But you know what? I think I'm going to go with Jacoby on this one. I think riding that high, getting those 2 wins in a row, obviously it's not too great of a high, getting 2 wins. I'm going to go with Jacoby on this one. I just think that having that vulnerability from Ledet, losing via decision, and obviously before that he also had the split decision win. He just hasn't shown me enough to show me that he's going to go out there and he's just going to be able to either finish Jacoby or go out there and have a decision win over him. I don't know, man. I'm kind of taking a shot with this one. I just think that Jacoby's kind of riding the high and being the fighter that has that streak going, a win streak going, rather than the loss streak going. I think this is a shot I'm going to take. I'm willing to take. What are the odds on this one? Is Ledet the favorite?
Jacoby's a pretty big favorite.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guess it's not really a shot, but I think it's a lot closer than that. If it's a huge favorite for Jacoby, I think it's a lot closer than that for sure. But I'm going to go with Jacoby on this one. I think that having that 2-fight win streak against a 3-fight losing streak, I think that's something you got to put a little bit of stock into rather than just looking at the losses that Ledet has had, because as we know, pretty tough competition. So I don't know, man. I think looking at this, I think Jacoby's going to be able to get a decision win. I think having those 2 decision wins in a row, I think it kind of shows that trend is what's happening for him lately, and fighting away from those finishes. So I think Jacoby's going to be able to go out there and kind of point fight with him, and just I think he's going to be able to win the fight. But I'll pass it on to Zach.
So, my Contender Series friends, where are you at? I bet you are as excited as I am to watch Dustin Jacoby make his return to the UFC. Now, he was a really young kid, I believe 22 years old in his first stint when he was a middleweight, and he fought Clifford Starks and Chris Camozzi and lost both of them and was promptly cut. Now, instead of moping around, this guy went and he improved, and he fought in Glory Kickboxing, which, if you don't know, is probably the most prestigious kickboxing organization on planet Earth. And you can see how good his striking looks. And in his Contender Series, he was the featured bout for the first week of this season of Contender Series against Ty Flores, and he demolished him. Now, he did kind of gas out in the 3rd round, but his striking looked phenomenal. He almost had Ty Flores, as an incredibly durable guy, out of there in that 2nd round. Could arguably be a 10-8, but yeah, no, he is looking very, very good. And this is absolutely a give me matchup. Justin Ledet is someone who the UFC kind of, I have a feeling that they just kind of hate this guy. I mean, you look at this. Alexander Rakic, one of the best fighters in the division. Johnny Walker, the top prospect at the time, and a solid prospect at the time, Alexa Kamor. And what we know about Justin Ledet is he gets hit, and he gets hit a lot. And do you know when you don't want to have bad striking defense? Is when you're fighting a glory kickboxer, especially if you can't bring this fight to the ground. Dustin Jacoby is absolutely going to piece up Justin Liddell on the feet. He's going to mix up his elbows, his kicks, his body work, his leg kicks. What I like about Justin Jacoby is what I like about a lot of fighters is he likes to mix it up into where he attacks. And that way the opponent is left guessing all the time, which means you have a higher strike accuracy. So this is going to be a Dustin Jacoby win. I just feel it. Ledet is not technically sound enough or powerful enough to really equalize the skill gap that lies between him and Jacoby. When in doubt, pick the glory kickboxer.
Look at that. We got another unanimous decision here. I will not mention the other ones that we have, but you guys will have to check those out. So make sure you guys are just letting us know what you think, who you got in this one. So if you guys got Ledet, make sure you guys are letting us know. Just make sure you guys are liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and make sure you guys check out the other Fight Pick videos.